Where is he? Oh, where is he? He always comes here to try and fish. Enough waiting. If he won't show up, then... Wait, there he is. About time. I was starting to think the wolves got you. Wait, don't run. Stop. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to talk. It's not like a human can outrun a centaur anyway. Monster? Okay, that's rude. Look, I'm trying to be nice about this. I'm not even going at a full gallop and I can easily keep pace. I could lasso you and drag you back, but that would probably leave your delicate skin covered in bruises. Or I could shoot you in the leg, but the whole arrow to the knee bit's been played out, don't you think? Or I could just keep pace with you until you exhaust yourself, but it's getting late and you don't want to be trying to find your way back through these woods in the dark. Well, if that's the tone you're going to take, then fine. Tackling you it is. Quit struggling so much. I said, quit struggling. The sooner I get you tied up and the sooner I'll stop sitting on you. I'm not even using my full weight. Well, it's your fault for running. I told you you didn't want to be out here at night, and neither do I. Okay, done. Across my back you go. Really? You're still trying to resist? What do you think squirming around like that will get you? Even if I let you fall, you'd just bruise yourself up and I'd have to pick you back up again. Besides, you should be honored. Centaurs hardly ever let themselves be ridden. Relax. We'll be there soon. Hey. By the gods, I can't believe he actually fell asleep like that. Poor thing must have been exhausted. Oh well, we're here now. Hey, wake up. We're here. Yes. This is my home, just a cabin in a small clearing. What were you expecting, a stable? I'm a centaur, not a horse. It's okay. Forget it. Let's get you inside. Okay, hold still and just let me lift you up off my back. Don't worry, I'm not going to drop you on the floor. There's a chair in the corner I can put you in. No, it was here when I found the place. I've been meaning to break it down for firewood, but somehow I never got around to it. Maybe the fates were telling me I'd need it one day. Okay, down you go. Just let me get these ropes off of you and I'll get a fire going. I've got some leftover stew I can warm up while we talk. What about? Well, about you, mostly. But also about us. Simply put, I need a companion. Hey, sit back down. You know you can't outrun me and I don't want to have to sit on you again. Good. You can listen. It'd be a pain for both of us if I had to haul you back here. Well, mostly for you. But just hear me out and I'll explain. Well, I guess we should start with introductions. I can't keep calling you human, after all, so what's your name? Interesting. Not a bad name, though. You can just call me Annie. Pleased to finally meet you. Now, as for what to talk about, let's just start by saying you don't belong here. That much is clear. What do I mean? You've been here for almost 2 weeks. I've been watching you for most of it. Your idea of hunting seems to be throwing rocks at small animals and swinging sticks at fish. The only thing I think you've eaten since you showed up were a few berries and a fish that was already dead. Well, that and the tree bark you tried to eat. Why didn't I help? I didn't care. You're just some stranger trespassing in my territory. I figured you'd give up and go back home or get eaten by wolves by now. Besides, you would have most likely run as soon as you saw me. Yes, like you just did. You see how well that would have worked out? Why now? Let's just say I've grown fond of you. Well, like I said, I've been watching you. Ever since you came here, and the longer I watched you, the more curious I became. It was amusing watching you bumble around, trying to feed yourself. At first. If I'm being honest, I even started to pity you. Just a little. I was even thinking about leaving some food at your camp before yesterday. Why didn't I? Because you'd already found food. You just didn't take it. Yes, the fawn. Somehow or other, you managed to stumble across a baby deer. Food for a couple days right in front of you. All you had to do was lift your stick and bash its skull in. That look on your face says it all. You couldn't do it, could you? You were wasting away from starvation. Carrying you here was easier than carrying a bundle of sticks. But as hungry as you were, you just couldn't bring yourself to kill such a helpless creature. It was then that I decided giving you a meal wasn't enough. Well, what I mean is giving you food would have helped you for a day, maybe 2. Then what? You'd be back to trying to hit fish with a stick. Yes, I know you don't have any tools or any skill, and yet you're still here. You don't have a home to go back to, do you? Judging from that look on your face, I'm not far off. You're clearly no bandit. You're too nice, and honestly too inept for that life. Here, eat all you want. I have plenty. So polite. But if you really want to thank me, then satisfy my curiosity. Why are you here? What happened to you? I see. A plague ravaged your town, killing over half, including your family? I'm so sorry. No one should have to go through that. So, you came here to escape the disease before you got sick? Exiled? But why would... Oh. You were the only one who didn't get sick, so they blamed you for it. I'm surprised they didn't offer you up as a sacrifice. Hey, relax, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Just finish your stew. Things will get better for you, I promise. What do I mean? Well, we can talk about that in the morning. It's late and I know you're tired, so you can just take the bed for the night. My bed? No. I'm a centaur, remember? I don't use beds. I normally just put a blanket over my back and lean against a wall to sleep. Come to think of it, I've been meaning to get rid of that bed too, but never got to it somehow. I wonder... What? No, it's nothing. Just lost in thought. Get some sleep. We'll talk more in the morning. Still asleep. You're still asleep, and I'm still awake. It's okay, though. It's okay. I don't blame you. It's not your fault. I've been awake for, what, an hour now? 2 hours? However long it's been since you started thrashing around. That must have been some nightmare you were having. I wonder if I should have woken you. At least you're sleeping peacefully now, in a bed I should have gotten rid of years ago, but I just never got around to it. Or the chair. It's almost as if something was trying to tell me I'd need them one day. How strange. Perhaps as strange as what brought you here. So peaceful. The first good night's sleep you've had in weeks, isn't it? The first good meal. I probably shouldn't be watching you sleep like this. But it's kind of your fault I'm awake now, and really, what's the harm? Besides, it's not like you're displeasing to the eye. Then again, I've been alone for so long, I don't really have anything to compare you to. Still, you have a nice face, a kind face and soft skin. I may have let my hand wander just a bit while steadying you on my back. I wonder if you noticed. So soft, so helpless. Didn't your parents teach you anything about survival, or were they spoiled city folk? Merchants, perhaps? I'll have to ask you when you're more comfortable talking about them, when you've had time to heal. I wonder if you're a light sleeper, or if you sleep halfway through being mauled if a bear or wolves had gotten to you before I did. Another strange thing, that. How lucky you are that nothing made a meal of you before yesterday. Yes. right through it if I had just reached my hand out and lightly touched you, like this. So soft. So close. So... No. Enough. You need your sleep. I need to get some air. Oh, you're finally awake. Good morning, or what little bit's left of it anyway. Yes, it's nearly midday. Well, I would have awoken you sooner, but you clearly needed the sleep. Come to the table. I kept your breakfast warm for you. Hope you like rabbit. Why am I staring? I hadn't realized I was. You're looking much better. A good meal and a good night's sleep seems to have done wonders for you. Well, yes, I did say we'd talk in the morning, but the morning's nearly over and we still need to find food for tomorrow. Yes, we. You're coming with me. I could show you some good places to forage while we're out. We can talk along the way if you want. There's also a spring nearby. You should take a bath later. No, I'm not saying you stink. I'm just saying you smell like someone who's gone over 2 weeks without bathing. Don't worry. As soon as you're done, I'll bring you back here to dry by the fire. How long do I expect you to stay? Tired of my company already, are you? Relax. I jest. We can discuss that while we're out. Looks like you're done eating. Let me take your bowl and we can go. No. Not those ones. They won't kill you, but they'll make you wish you were dead. You have to be careful with mushrooms. It took a lot of trial and error for me to learn which ones were edible. Some of them nearly did kill me. The ones over there should be okay. Go pick some of those while I start digging. For edible roots, of course. A truffle or two if we're very lucky. Well, I'd let you help dig for them, but you don't have a shovel. I think there's one lying around the shack, but I didn't bring it. I just used my hooves to dig. Maybe next time. Yes, about twice a week. I don't always forage in the same area, though. You have to give plants time to regrow. About 7 years, I think. Maybe 8. I'm not really sure. I just know I've been here since I was 12. Because that was shortly after my birthday. That was the same day my parents drove me out. You probably didn't notice I have a birthmark on my back. Let me move my hair out of the way so you can see. Yes. Blood red, in the shape of an eye. I was born with it. My parents thought I was cursed at birth. No, they largely just tolerated me. My older brother loved me, though. He was the one who taught me how to survive. I owe him everything. He's gone. My parents never cared about my birthday. My brother always celebrated it with me, though. That day, he wanted to celebrate by taking me fishing. I remember it was a bright, sunny day when we left. That didn't last very long, though. By the time I'd caught my 4th fish, a strong wind had already blown storm clouds in from the south. Then the rain started. We were just getting ready to head back when the ribbon he'd given me blew into the water. He jumped in after it, trying to save it for me before it got lost downstream. The lightning nearly blinded me when it struck him. I remember calling his name, desperately crying out to him as I flailed around in the water, trying to find him, but by the time my sight came back to me, he was already gone, washed downstream. followed the river down, looking for him in the rain for hours, but he was just gone. Of course, they blamed me. My father would have killed me on the spot if my mother hadn't stopped him, and she only did so because she thought the curse would go to them if I didn't carry it. So they drove me out. If it hadn't been for my brother's teachings, I wouldn't have survived long enough to find my way here. The winter would have claimed me regardless if I hadn't found that cabin. Whoever built it wasn't there anymore, and from the dust they hadn't been there for a very long time. So I just moved in. No one. It's just been me until now. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. It's just my fate. It's just the way things are. Okay. That should be enough for a few days. Get on and we can head back. Yes. I said get on. Get on my back. We'll get there faster if I don't have to slow down for you. I know what I said yesterday, but you've already been on my back once, and I'd like to get back before dark, so get on. I'll even let you sit upright this time. There you go. Hold on. I'm gonna go at a full trot. You still need a bath before we go home. No, I'm not tired. Why do you ask? No, because I slowed down? No, I just didn't want the ride to be too rough for you. I'm fine. And I didn't want it to be over so soon. Oh, nothing. Just thinking, you know. You can hold on tighter if you want. I won't bruise. As you wish. We're nearly there regardless. See the plumes of steam? That's right. It's a hot spring. I think that's why the former owner built the cabin here. My brother once told me that some hot springs have healing properties. Does this one? Well, maybe. I'm not sure. I just know I always feel better after I soak my hooves. Here we go. You can get down and undress. What do you mean? You don't plan on bathing fully clothed, do you? Undress. I'll wash your clothes for you to save time. We want to get back before it gets too cold. Well, I don't have any more clothes, so unless you want to run around naked, those will have to be washed. Otherwise, why bother bathing? Fine, then. I'll turn around. Just leave them on the edge and let me know when you're in. I wonder, are all humans so ashamed of their bodies? I think you would all be born in breeches if you could. You're in finally? Good. What? Of course I'm getting in. You don't expect me to strain my back scrubbing them from the ground, do you? Okay. That's as clean as they're getting. How are you doing? Here. Why don't you let me get your back? Oh, relax. I'm not gonna hurt you. I promised. I won't hurt you. But the sooner we get you clean, the sooner I can get you home. That's it. Just relax, see? I'm just scrubbing your back for you. Nothing to worry about. Just splashing water on your back and slowly washing the sweat and grime off for you. Off your soft skin. Tell me, human, what do you believe in? Do you believe in luck? In fate? In coincidence? Oh, no real reason. I'm just curious, making conversation to pass the time. It's been so long since I've had anyone to talk with. It's refreshing. And speaking of refreshing, don't you feel better now that you've finally gotten cleaned up? Let's get you dressed so that we can get you back home. Yes, I'll turn around while you dress. It's not like the water obscured much anyway. Are you blushing? Cute. I didn't know someone could turn that red. Okay, I won't tease. I'm turning around now, see? You know, I've been thinking about you, about me. We have a few things in common. What do I mean? Well, think about it. Both of us were exiled, cast out of our homes. Both of us wandered through the wilderness with no help or shelter until we found this place. I would have died if I hadn't found my cabin, and you would have died if I hadn't found you. We also have loss in common. You lost your family, everyone you loved, gone. And for me as well, my brother, the only real family I've ever known, long since taken from me. I'm sorry to bring this up again. I know it's still painful, but it's to make a point. Are you dressed finally? Much better. You look almost as good as you smell now. The point. Well, the point is what led you to be here, and what led me to be here, waiting for you. The loss of family, the banishment, and of all the places we could have wandered to, we both ended up here. And then there's the bed, the chair. Why have I never gotten around to breaking them down for firewood? They were of no use to me. They had to have been meant for you. For us. What other answer could there be? It's fate. It has to be fate. You're meant to be here. You're meant to be with... Why are you backing away like that? Scaring you? Again? But why? I'm only saying the obvious. We're meant to... Don't run. You know you can't outrun me. Oh my God. No. You will not run from me again. Got you. Stop struggling. I said stop struggling. I could have sat on you and tied you up again instead of just throwing you over my shoulder. I keep saying I won't hurt you, and I mean it. Not unless you make me hurt you, so please, just stop. You're still all wet. And if I let you go, you'd just freeze to death anyway if the beast didn't make a meal of you first. We both know you can't survive on your own. You're just too weak. If I let you go, you'll just die, and I'll be alone again. Well, I'm sorry if that offends you, but it's true. You see how easily I'm handling you, so just stay with me. Let me take care of you. You don't have a choice anyway. No, I'm not gonna let you go. You can dry off by the fire while I cook us dinner, but I'm gonna have to tie you up while we sleep. At least until I can trust you to not run off again. I'm sorry, but this is just how it has to be. It's just fate. That's all. It's just your fate.